Welcome back to the Breakthrough Podcast. I'm your host, Jonas.
Co-host Parker.
And today we got a big episode, ladies and gentlemen. We got to talk about the 2026 Royal Rumble predictions. We got to talk about the results of Saturday night's main event. And we got to talk about the potential retirements of the phenomenal AJ Styles. Parker, how's it going? Another digital or online podcast due to the crazy snow in the Massachusetts
Yeah,
area and all over
we got over
America.
2 feet.
It's been a lot.
Um, has been a while. I've been able to keep up with the shows. Luckily, didn't lose power on Sunday, so I was able to
No
watch
snow
Raw.
for the past two
Thankfully.
days, too.
But yeah, wrestling.
All right, I think that's all Parker has to
I have
say
a
for
medal
now.
actually for wrestling.
But we are going to start off with Raw from January 19th, which was in Belfast, Ireland, where the main event, I'm not going to it now, but just the headline. The main event was Ireland Zone, Finn Balor versus CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. But first, we got to talk about the other matches, like the women's IC title match between Becky Lynch, who is the newly crowned champion after defeating Maxine Dupree, successfully defends once again against Maxine after Natalya turns on Dupree during the match and costs her the victory. Afterward, Natalya attacks Maxine and locked her in the sharpshooter. Now, I got some stuff to say about this one, and I think it might be a little bit of a hot take, but I don't like this. I know we get a Natty Neidhart out of it, which is better than Natalya. And that's like not even a crazy thing to say. But I think it would have been better if Maxine had held the title and lost it because of Natalya, not lost it to Becky and then won it because that just it was a weird cycle.
I know what you mean. I agree because like it would have just elevated the story more of the sense that she cost her the actual title than the opportunity to win it.
And I get it that last week she lost in a bad way, like lack of awareness way. So Natty's here, but as soon as I saw Natalya, I knew she was turning, and that's not like some. I'm not trying to hold myself like, oh yeah, I knew it was happening before everybody else. I genuinely, as soon as I saw Natalya, knew that was happening, no doubt about it.
Yeah. I really don't think Maxine, like I know we said it last week, but I don't think she should have lost it yet.
She shouldn't
She's a
have.
good wrestler. I think she's just underutilized.
I think going into this Natty feud, we need a new finisher out of Maxine that she can keep the ankle lock because that makes sense. But the fact that her
Yeah.
finish is a top rope crossbody isn't legitimate enough.
No.
So that's what I want to see change there. I want to see Natty actually have matches. Becky is doing great as a heel character. Also, they called her Big Time Bex. Well, not Bex, but Becky Lynch, which was kind of odd because she hasn't been Big Time Becky Lynch in a while. But this match was pretty good. I'd say the Stranger Things episode was their worst match of the three.
Mm.
I think the match where Maxine won it is their best one. I think this is their second best
Oh yeah.
in the
Yeah.
three
I agree. 100%.
because the first one was a shock win with AJ Lee involvement, so that was just like a nice little hectic IC title match. The Stranger Things one, stupid ending. And this one, dumb ending. So if I can put it that way, the first time they fought was a good ending. The second time was a bad ending, and the third time was an okay ending. So, but
Yeah.
Maxine's gotten so much better, man. It was, and I mean, it's so nice. It was so hard to watch her matches like a year and a half ago, but now she is actually very entertaining, very good in the ring, very technical. Um, yeah, I think she's going places for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. Um, I like. I'm really mad that she doesn't have it, and I know I keep repeating that, but I just can't get my anger out over it. She won it and then lost it
It
like
was
a week or two later. It was so dumb.
if you
I
know
hated
anything
it.
about us, we hate when they hot potato champions. And
Exactly.
the way I
Same thing with the women's
the
US.
way I'll say this is the fact that on New Year's Eve Dynamite, Willow won the title, the TBS title, from Mercedes, and Mercedes beat Willow for the title. But that was back in like April of 2024,
Mm,
I
I think.
think,
Wait, say that again. When
because it was
Mercedes.
2025, 2024. Yeah, it was April of 2024. It was Double or Nothing. She won the title, and then Willow beat her on New Year's Eve to win it back. That was almost 2 years. You know what I mean? Like that
Wow.
makes
Yeah.
sense for it to go back to the
Maybe
person.
it doesn't even have to be 2 years. A year is fine. Maybe 6 months is fine. But a
Even
month, a few weeks.
Cody, when he lost it at Mania, won it back at SummerSlam. Cena got
Yeah.
like 5 or 6 matches out of the title and then lost it. It worked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and nobody was complaining about it.
Yeah.
Well, people were complaining about the whole Cena heel thing, but that's different. But anyway.
That's such a hard topic, bro. Like, think about that. That's actually crazy. Like, that's
Yeah.
gonna be a big debate. Like when people come across this farewell tour in a couple of years and look back
Mhm.
on it, it's gonna be a war over whether or not they liked the heel turn. And I honestly, I don't know. I don't know. The heel turn itself was perfection, minus Travis Scott. Mania, awful. We all know that I hated that match. Um, the pipe bomb, great. The one where he was showing that he was a coward to Cody because he knew he had to be heel, and then in this one he couldn't be heel because Cody was able to do the same thing. It worked. The face turn, although I didn't believe it, was great. It's such a hard thing to like debate about because there's so much. There's Here's what I'll say. There's little bad, but the amount of little bad is really bad. Like the stuff that was bad with the heel turn was kind of terrible, but the best parts of the heel turn were so great. So I mean, how did we even get here? Jeez. But
We were just talking about title reigns.
yeah, that was a little random. But hey, whatever.
Anyway.
It's a podcast. We then go to one of the most random tag matches I've seen in a while: Rey Mysterio, Penta, and Dragon Lee versus the Vision. In an exciting six-man tag, Rey Mysterio, Penta, and Dragon Lee defeat the Vision after Mysterio used brass knuckles to knock out Theory, allowing Penta to hit the Mexican Destroyer for the win. This match, honestly, pretty good. But there's also some drama. Not sure if you saw this. Logan Paul, did a mic'd up wrestler bit, which I don't know if you know, but Jose Zamora, independent wrestler, his whole thing, his literal gimmick
He's the
is
first mic'd up
is
wrestler.
being a mic'd up wrestler. And so he was kind of like, I don't know if this is literally just like ignorance and they don't care about him because he's on the indies, or if they're just blatantly stealing it and just like that whole thing. I do think it's kind of messed up. They have to know about him. He's him, Tommy Invincible, Ricky Sosa, like they're all over my. So Jose Zamora is mainly on my Instagram feed, but everybody
Mhm.
else is Twitter. So like, also with, I'm pretty sure he's been on shows with IED champions, which they're supposed to be watching those shows. Um, so I don't know, but justice for Jose Zamora because that's kind of messed up. But this match was actually overall pretty good. We had involvement from Adam Pearce, who said he wanted to be ringside to hopefully stop shenanigans, which he does. Logan Paul uses the brass knuckle, or tried to use the brass knuckles. Adam Pearce grabs them. Paul Heyman starts telling him, "Did you just touch my guy? Did you just touch my guy?" And then Adam Pearce is like, "Oh, what's these?" And he's like, "I don't know." And then he puts him down to try and kick out Paul, and that's when Ray grabbed him. Punch Theory, allowing for the victory. But I thought it was a pretty fun six-man. Nothing crazy.
Good match though. Good
Yeah,
match.
it was a good Raw match. Not a contender for match of the week, in my opinion.
No, I won't say
Um,
contender, but for like you said, for Raw, it was good. It was good.
was this the match that? No, it wasn't. That was last night. My bad. Go ahead.
What were you thinking of?
Nothing. Um,
Okay.
but we then had an unfortunate Possible concussion, which has been said to not be concussion from Javon Evans. El Grande Americano picked up the win because of referee stoppage. But Javon is good and declared for the Royal Rumble last night in a advertisement segment. Also wearing a Red Sox beanie, which means the guy knows ball about baseball. Um, but I did get scared when Javon got injured. I'm pretty sure you did.
Me
I
too.
know my brother did
Yeah. Oh yeah.
because my brother's been like scouting Javon since like late DPW. I want to say. So, um, yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll show
Hope he's
out.
all right now.
Yeah.
I heard he was fine. He ended up being okay backstage,
Yeah.
but that's also just like a rumor. It's nothing official.
Well, I think if he's declaring for the Rumble, I think he's good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And in the main events, as I mentioned earlier, CM Punk versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk entering first, with the crowd singing "Cult of Personality," arguably the greatest theme
That
song
was awesome.
currently. Um,
Ooh, that's a
we then had
okay.
a great like 3 minute pause of just the crowd going ballistic, anticipating the return of their king, their prince, whatever you want to call him, Finn Balor, with the original face theme. He missed the first, like, whatever you want to call it, when he shoots his arms out because the crowd was screaming so loud. He hit the rest of them,
Mm.
though.
Yeah.
This match, man, was a banger. I thought Finn was going to win it for sure. I was texting Parker. I was like, man, I don't know how to feel. Do I want Balor to win? Do I bet against my goat, Pepsi
I
Phil?
asked you. I was like, I said, would you be mad if Finn won?
I said no.
And you said no.
I honestly,
You
towards
wouldn't
the
really
end,
care either
I'm not
way.
even lying. Towards the end, I was rooting for Finn.
Yeah.
It's been so hard to be a CM Punk like ride or die because they gave him Braun as his first match. I didn't know who
Mm.
I wanted to win. First match this year. I didn't know who I wanted to win. Then they give him Finn. I don't know who I want to win. And last night, going to next week's pod episode, they gave him AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Like, this motherfluffer is having bangers on Raw, and I love that. And he's becoming a workhorse of a champion. If he's a workhorse of a champion, which obviously he's saying that, and you're giving him that name, put him on the pay-per-views. Like, I'm
Oh yeah.
so tired of these 4 match cards. This one's reasonable. Rumble matches are like an hour, but
Yeah.
there can be at least one more. Like, it's so dumb. I understand they don't like doing the later shows, like AEW, where AEW goes till freaking midnight. This is a 2 p.m. show. We
I
have
thought it was
time.
3.
It's 2.
It's 2.
Yeah. But,
Oh.
the moment I knew Finn wasn't winning is when he hit the coup de grace, the sling blade, everything, and Punk still kicked out. I was like, oh yeah, it's over. But CM Punk successfully retains the World Heavyweight Championship against Finn Balor in the main event with the GTS after a great title match. After the match, Punk raises Balor's hand, gives him a hug as a sign of respect. Overall, a great Raw. Sorry. I watched this live because I just do that half the time when it's international. But thought it was pretty good.
It was January for like late January for WWE's been pretty good.
It was like all January.
In my opinion. Just the beginning wasn't like the first Raw wasn't great. That's why I said late January.
You didn't like the first Raw?
Not much, honestly. But, that's a debate for another time.
I mean, I don't know. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Moving over to Dynamite, which Parker did not watch, even though he said it was going to be his New Year's resolution. The show opened, and I did miss most of this because I took a nap. Samoa Joe versus Mike Bailey, where Samoa Joe picks up the win via pinfall after freaking crazy amounts of interference, which don't really like that Joe needed all the interference to be Speedball. Not that Speedball is bad, because Speedball freaking pinned Okada in the Continental Classic. But Joe just, like, respectfully, if you look at the both of them, Joe looks like he can murder Mike Bailey. But it was a good match. Shibata freaking killed him with a double suplex on the outside. It was disgusting. But very good match to open the show. Did not get to watch all of it, like I said, but the ending was pretty fire. We then had a trio street fight match between the Death Riders and the Don Callis family. The reason, and Parker might be going, but they're both heels. The Death Riders aren't heels. They're just not. Not anymore. The crowd cheers them besides Yuta. And it's been the most organic face turn in this freaking company, I swear. Besides, like, MJF. MJF turned face easily. But this match was brutal. The team of the Death Riders, John Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, and Daniel Garcia defeat the Don Callis family. After the fight spilled into the crowd and back, we had a great moment where Pac came out on crutches, held the crutch out, where Claudio ran from freaking backstage, picked it up, and slammed it over Hechicero, I'm pretty sure, on the outside. We had, like, Lance Archer get busted open a little bit. We had our barbed wire board that I'm pretty sure Mox went into with glass. His back was all cut up. Marina Shafir got involved with Lance Archer. It was a good match. It was honestly really good. But yeah, I mean, I liked it. Parker didn't watch it. We had FTR versus the newly signed Alex Price and Jordan Oliver. If you don't know who they are, they were the ones who got signed at Limitless Wrestling in Maine by MJF. And they actually are really good. Not that I doubted them, but I haven't watched them before, to be completely honest. But they put up a fight, although they did lose FTR. Obviously, they're tag champs. But it was a great match. Alec Price and Jordan Oliver have a lot to come for sure. I think they're gonna be something. What is happening? All right. Speaking of tag team wrestling, Tommaso Ciampa has left the WWE officially, and he already has his first shirts up on Pro Wrestling Tees. But he also put out a statement. I did not read it, to be completely honest. It's expected that he's gonna have a New Japan run, which is sick. But I want him in AEW because I feel like he'd have a good run. And I hope and pray that eventually we get Gargano in AEW too, and we get a DIY reunion. They probably won't be called DIY. They'll be FTDIY, forever the DIY. I don't know. I just feel like Johnny, respectfully, isn't gonna make it in WWE at this point. They don't use him as he should be used. He needs to realize, like, bro, if Ciampa goes to AEW and they treat him right, I think he's leaving. Because I think Ciampa will be like, yo,
Yeah.
this place freaking rules. And then he'll be like, all right, I'll come too. But that's all speculation. We'll find out in the coming weeks. We then had Kenny Omega versus Josh Alexander in a banger of a singles match. Kenny picked up the win after a one-winged angel, signaling his intent toward the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. I always call it the World Heavyweight. It's not the World Heavyweight, but it's whatever. Kenny then states after the match that he is feeling better than ever and tells all of them to shut up because everybody's like, oh, he's leaving soon, which he probably will. But Kenny is going after MJF, which I'm not against. We then had Megan Bayne and the returning Penelope Ford defeat the Thomas Love Bombs in a tag team match. It was alright. Nothing to write home about. But in the main event, Swerve Strickland versus Kevin Knight. A star is born. Kevin Knight, man, this kid, I can't call him a kid, I'm younger than him, but this dude got some talent in him, man. He is crazy, bro. Oh my, you didn't watch this and I hate you because you don't. But these two tore the house down. Swerve, you already know, is a banger of a wrestler, and Kevin Knight is already so good with jet speed. he's just as good, if not better, as a singles wrestler. Um, but to close the show, Swerve picked up the win over Kevin Knight after hitting a big pressure, vertebreaker, and a house call to pick up the win, positioning himself as a contender for the AEW World Champion MJF. Great Dynamite and a great couple of matches on that show. And now Parker's got to lock back in because we're back to the show he watches, and that's SmackDown from the 23rd. The show opened. Well, the match that opened the show because it was, I think, was it a Drew promo? I don't remember. But
Pretty sure.
the first match was Carmelo Hayes versus Ilya Dragunov in a rematch, where Carmelo picked up the win after interference by The Miz, which was annoying, and it. I don't like when they do the U.S. title open and then it just gets ruined by freaking interference. But Miz is trying to make peace with Carmelo, trying to get a match. Melo was not happy though after he realized Ilya lost because of interference. Same that happened last year when Melo first fought Ilya and Miz attacked Melo. So, but overall a good match. You can't have a bad match with these two. Carmelo and Ilya know how to wrestle. And
Oh
that's for
yeah.
sure. Carmelo has turned on this strong style inside of him, and he has been killing people in this open challenge, in a figurative speech. But I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good too. I'm what was I gonna say? Oh, I thought you were going somewhere else when you said that you don't like when they end in DQ. I don't like when the open challenges like they talk about it backstage, then someone comes up to them and they're
Yeah,
like, "Yeah, I'm accepting it,"
I
because
get
that
it.
it just ruins the point of an open
It's
challenge.
still an open challenge because they're not picking the person, but I like the surprise. Like I get what you're saying. Um,
Yeah, it's like it's more the suspense, even if it's like Alistair Black who's already in the company. Like
yeah,
that's
it's
it's
the
still cool
same
to
way
have a
where I don't
surprise.
like seeing who's in the Rumble. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know Cody Rhodes is gonna be in it.
L.A.
Yeah,
Knight,
I know.
Cody,
Yeah, I
Logan
know.
Paul,
Freaking. But like
Braun Breaker.
Roman Reigns would have still been a surprise. We haven't seen him since War
People think
Games.
Seth could be 20. Jericho is possible.
We don't know. Like that's the thing. Um,
I think Jericho's going to be number 2.
we'll get into that later. We had
Yeah.
the WWE Women's Champion Jade Cargill defeat Chelsea Green in like 3 seconds. Jordan Grace came out because she wanted to be around the match because she's trying to become a contender for Jade Cargill's Women's Championship. Um, it was an okay match. I mean, it was an enhancement match. I like to call it that because Chelsea Green is not a jobber. All right, she is an enhancement talent and a comedic gem and a legend in the industry. All right. I'm gonna be so serious. I didn't watch MFTs versus Wyatt's because I knew it was gonna suck. Respectfully, um, but they did. 1 second.
They did. They did. He's right. They did.
Sorry. Um, the MFTs defeat the Wyatt Six to capture the WWE Tag Team Championships. Stupid. Get the
It,
look me in
get
the
a
eyes.
better tag
Look me in
division.
the eyes when I say this.
Here comes the
Get
TikTok clip.
the MFTs off my TV screen. I don't want them. They could go to NXT and they wouldn't make noise in the crowd for them. Nobody cares about them. They can't wrestle. I'm so serious. This isn't a clip farm. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. They're not good. Solo can have a good match when it's Gunther. Everybody else, it sucks. Tama Tonga is nothing but a soundbox. Yeah, 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 yeah. Get out of here. Nobody cares. Tala Tonga, he's really tall. I don't care. This isn't the golden era. You're not gonna get over by being a giant. Sorry, Andre. Let's move on. I'm gonna give myself a headache.
That's going on TikTok.
Yeah, bro, it's We then had Julia and
Anyway,
Kiana James versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax / Legend for a
dude,
number one
give
contendership
Alexa
women's
Bliss
tag team.
the women's US title.
I think I know where
That
they're
will
going.
save. That will save the title.
I
Where do you
think
think they're
what they
going?
could be doing is Julia and Kiana James won the match and are now the number one contenders for Rio after SNME because they did retain, which a little bit of a spoiler for later, but um, they haven't announced what they're fighting. Oh no, they're fighting on SmackDown in like 2 weeks, right? Something like that.
I think so.
But it was an alright match.
Yeah, well, nothing special. Nothing special.
We then had Nathan Frazier versus Johnny Gargano, where Johnny. This is why I think he's probably gonna leave. They had Johnny lose the match because Candice LeRae slapped him because she couldn't see out of Axiom's mask. Just leave. Just leave.
Just
Um, it was whatever. We then had Trick Williams versus Damian Priest, where Trick won via disqualification after Sami Zayn interfered and attacked Priest, or attacked Trick and then attacked Priest. It was an all right match for what happened and
yeah,
ignited more rivalry to go with all that, with everybody else coming out attacking each other, that whole thing. Uh, Orton hit cutters on, or I keep calling it a cutter even though it's the RKO. He hit RKO on everybody, including Sammy, who had kind of made a truce with for a little bit. Um, but just really showing that he will do whatever it takes. He doesn't care who he has to RKO if it means getting a shot at the world championship. Which I think Randy should
yeah.
be world championship this year. Should be a world champion this year. I think
Mm.
it'd be tough.
Yeah,
Um,
but that brings us to the Rumble.
yeah. And then the other things that happened on the show, this is kind of out of order, but we also had a Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu promo that was pretty good. Um, Jacob really stepped up his game for promos, and that was very showing. But it got heated to where Nick Aldis got both of them escorted out of the building. We also had, like we mentioned earlier, Roman Reigns announced for the Royal Rumble match. Thought it was an okay SmackDown.
Yeah, wasn't bad. I thought it was pretty decent.
And then we had the last, which also they were calling this SNME. They were calling it the start to the Royal Rumble. The start of the road to the Royal Rumble starts tonight. It's a week. We have a week.
There's a week. Yeah.
Yo, Parker.
Hi.
We're on the road to frickin'. We're on the road to February 3rd, bro. Like,
on the road to Valentine's Day.
nah, that's too far. But yeah, it was just stupid nitpicky stuff, my bad. We had the show open with Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu. That didn't even start. So that predictions point went out of the way. As Cody and Jacob.
You picked Jacob, right? Just to
Yeah.
have a difference.
I would say Jacob technically won, but
It
Cody
doesn't matter.
and
The
Jacob
match-
brawled
the
to
belt
the
didn't
arena
ring.
throughout their grudge match, which didn't even start. With multiple crazy spots and eventual run in by Drew McIntyre. Stupid
I
booking
mean,
decision. They had Drew deny Cody of a title rematch, but then he goes and gets himself back involved with Cody. And also,
I understand why.
wait, let
they
me
didn't have the
keep
match
going. I'm
going.
not done. This just spoils that Sammy's not winning. Because why would they start a new feud with both Jacob and Cody when Drew won the title, have it keep going into SNME, and then him lose the title? Stupid idea. Although WrestleMania Main Event Night 1 last year was a triple threat with no title, that was a banger. I think it just ruins the hype behind Sammy because he's not winning that title. They might do a stupid thing or not stupid thing depending on how they book it, where Sammy loses to Drew and then enters the Rumble because the thing is, Drew interfered in that match. So Cody and Jacob will probably interfere in the title match. And then Sammy gets freaking screwed out of the win of the championship, which would be dumb. I can't lie. That would be really dumb. Even though it protects Sammy, still very dumb. Um,
I know, I understand why they didn't have Jacob or Cody lose, though. They didn't want either of them getting pinned.
yeah. But I think it was just like, if Drew has a match so soon for the world title, don't make it obvious that you're setting up a Mania match that includes that title. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was an alright little brawl. I thought the match was gonna be bad, but this was pretty good, and it wasn't even a match, so I'll give it some credit. We then had Rio successfully defend against the Judgment Day, Liv and Roxanne, and a actual banger from the two tag teams. We had freaking just graps. That's the best way to put it. Very good. Io Sky is a freaking goat, and so is everybody else in this match. We then had AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura, where AJ defeated Shinsuke in a nostalgia bout that was freaking fantastic. There's a lot of callbacks that I wasn't super educated on, but I did see afterwards. So the match started. AJ shot a finger gun, not an actual gun, YouTube, at Shinsuke, and Shinsuke caught it. And in their, I'm pretty sure, New Japan match, he ate the bullet, technically, like, figuratively. But this time he held it close to his heart. He loves AJ. How sweet. But this match was a banger. Freaking stiff at the end. They were not pulling their punches. Freaking AJ rocked Nakamura with a knee. I don't even, did you even watch this? Because you had friends over.
Yeah, I had it on the TV. He wanted to watch Family Guy. I told him I did not care.
But this match was
Sorry,
fire.
Gavin.
So there's like a lot to go over. It was just so good. I loved every minute of this. Shinsuke has been really slept on as of recently, and he's been getting called washed. No, you're just lying to yourself. I personally didn't think he was washed. Thought his presentation was bad. So
Yeah,
I
he's
think
good now.
this is
He
pretty.
definitely proved to himself that he isn't washed.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he's retiring soon too. People were saying maybe that's his last WWE match, and I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
That would be a good match to go off on.
Yeah, for sure. But then we had the
Fighting an
main
old
event.
rival too.
Yeah, we had the main event: Randy Orton versus Damian Priest versus Trick Williams versus Sami Zayn for the number one contender for Drew McIntyre's Undisputed WWE Championship. The winner faces Drew at the Royal Rumble in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Let's think about this. It's SNMEs in Canada. Who's from Canada, Parker?
Ooh,
It's Sami Zayn.
Trick Williams.
What is, or what crowd besides Canada most resonates with Sami Zayn?
Saudi Arabia.
Would you look at that? The most obvious one won, and neither of us picked him. Which is
I picked him.
No, you didn't. You picked Orton.
Did I?
Yes.
I don't remember that. I swear I picked Sammy.
I think you picked Orton. I did write it down. This one. I'm about to have it. It's whatever, Parker. Where is it? Yeah, Orton for Parker. Have it written down right here. But it was a good match. Trick is going to be a main eventer eventually. That's for sure. Sammy did great. Damian, low key, kinda cooked it. Orton did great. It was just four banger wrestlers having a banger. Parker, please talk about that match while I go answer the phone.
Yeah, it was a wicked good match. Sammy was the obvious pick to win because, just like the crowd thing we were talking about, and then, Also, he deserves it. He's also the underdog thing, so people think he might win the Rumble. I don't know. We don't really know what's going to happen. I don't have any great predictions, as predictions are coming up right after Jonas comes back. But yeah, all four of the men did really good. We knew Trick wasn't going to win. We kind of knew Priest wasn't going to win. It was Randy or Sammy. But yeah, all four men did really good. Definitely worthy of the main event. I'm just gonna talk about Joe Hendry while Jonas is gone. Hopefully Joe Hendry's in the Rumble. And I told my uncle if Joe Hendry wins the Rumble,
What are you
then
talking
hi.
about?
I got bored of talking to the match, so I started talking about Joe Hendry.
He doesn't know you.
Not yet. I have a bracelet that says Chendry.
If they ever make that a tag team, they have to pay you royalties.
I'll sue Triple H.
All right, it is time for the Royal Rumble predictions, but we gotta tell you something. If you want to know who we're predicting for the Royal Rumble match, we don't know who we're predicting. And that's because I think it's a little boring to just go, oh, it's going to be Roman Reigns and Bianca Belair. Because
Or Seth and
anybody
Becky.
can do that. Anybody. I can go up to the kid who said Parker 3 months ago or whatever, how long ago that was, and she could probably find out.
That was like a year ago.
That was really long ago. She could probably guess it. I could go ask my grandma, hey, grandma, name 2 wrestlers. I could give her a list. She could get it right. Too boring. Too easy, if. You know what I mean? So, Parker, this is what we're going to do, okay? We're going to boot up the 2K25 that we haven't played in a while. We got to bring this back, man. And we're going to simulate a Royal Rumble match where in the match, we'll have 2 representatives, and that'll be myself and CM Punk for me, representing me. And for you, it'll be yourself and Joe Hendry. And whatever number those people come out, that is the number we're predicting to win, but we do get to choose which match we're predicting that number for. So, for example, Parker comes out at number 5, Joe Hendry comes out at number 22. He can pick number 5 for the men's and number 22 for the women's to win. That's the most fun way we can do this.
Or 22 for the men's, 5 for the women's, either one.
Yep.
Okay,
So
okay.
that is going to be a fun match. We're recording that right after this. So if you want to know who our predictions are, you have to watch that match. You have to. And also, this Friday, Jimmy from the Q versus Roman Reigns for the BTR 2K Championship. Now, this is by request of Jimmy from the Q and his nephew. Shout out to you both. I don't think you're going to see this clip respectfully because you try to be, I don't know. But this Friday, Jimmy from the Q versus Roman Reigns for the BTR 2K Championship. It's going to be a fun one. And hopefully, oh wait, no, Wednesday's tomorrow. But maybe. Yeah, probably tomorrow. Tomorrow, Wednesday, the 28th. Hopefully, the Royal Rumble match will be out. You'll see who our predictions are. But we do have 2 matches we gotta predict. And that is the World Heavyweight or World Undisputed Championship, Drew versus Sammy, and the what's the other one? Freaking AJ Gunther.
AJ Gunther.
So, Parker, you're the champion. That means you have to go first. Who do you have for AJ Styles versus Gunther? I have my situation too. I think I know why this person's gonna win.
I was talking to Uncle Harry.
Oh, shout out Uncle Harry.
And he was saying AJ has to win either his match against Punk or his match against Gunther. He's not going to lose both. And because of what happened last night, I'm picking AJ to beat Gunther at the Rumble.
I have AJ too. I think it's a fake out.
Oh, nice.
I think it's an unreal fake out because Shinsuke posted on his story a thing where he was talking to AJ, and AJ said, I'm retiring at the Rumble, I have it all set out, and then he had to delete it. I think it's an unreal storyline because we all know unreal is real, as in it's kayfabe. So I think it's AJ. I think what's going to happen, I think he's going to play what Gunther did. He's going to tap out on the side the ref can't see from the choke. Gunther's going to let go. Could be a calf crusher, or he could jump to the outside. Forearm. Just saying. Okay. Now, it is time for Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn for the undisputed WWE Championship. I think we have the same for this one.
I have Drew.
Yeah, Drew. I basically told Parker.
I want Sami to win.
It's not happening.
It's not yet. Not yet.
And if you guys, like I said, want to know who we're picking for the men and women's Royal Rumble, you gotta go watch the 2K video. 2K's coming back, man. I promise. I don't promise. I hope. 2K26 comes out soon. Punk on the cover. I got to get a digital and physical copy, and I'm putting that physical one right over here because this is my little CM Punk shrine. You know, I got the card with Cena. I got the OG magazine. I got the ROH figure. That's an AEW branded one. And I got the Ultimate Edition. So, Parker, this was a fun podcast. Hopefully next week I'll see you in person. But with that being said... Oh, wait. Wrestler and match of the week. Oh, my God. I'm so sorry. I almost forgot that. Do you have your wrestler of the week? I think I know who it's gonna be.
I mean, that's...
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah. Yeah, go for it.
My match of the week is Swerve Strickland versus Kevin Knight from AEW Dynamite. It was just a banger. It's two goats going at it. One in the making and one currently. Your hair is really nice, man. Oh my God, put the hat back on. Oh my God, please.
Dude, I have to throw the hat.
Holy crap. No, you don't. Not today. It's all right. We can just leave it.
Yep,
all right. Parker, who was your wrestler of the week? I feel like this is fairly easy.
I kind of want to... No, I know. I want to save this person for next week if he wins, though.
Oh, he's not. Just do it. Because you're going to give it to the Rumble winner next week. Just give it to him. Just do it.
I'm between two now, because at this point, I have no clue who you're talking about.
Bro, just give it to Sam.
Because I was thinking AJ.
Oh.
And I thought you were thinking AJ too, but then you're talking about, like, the Rumble winner. Yeah, I'll give it to Sammy.
All right, there you go. Match of the week, Swerve versus Kevin Knight from Dynamite, and wrestler Sami Zayn. With that being said, Parker, this was a fun podcast. Watch the Rumble video, watch the Jimmy from the Q video, and watch next week's podcast to see who the predictions champion is. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. We will see you in the next one.